An M1A2 Abrams fires its 100 Pinos, cannon, obliterating a German bunker. Debris flies, soldiers scatter in panic. The Abrams crushes trenches, tearing barbed wire. Mud splashes. German troops freeze in terror. Buried alive. November 20th, 1917, Cambrai, France. British Mark 55 tanks roll slowly against German trenches and artillery. German defenses stand firm. Concrete bunkers, barbed wire belts, machine guns, and howitzers await the British. Suddenly, a 70-ton M1A2 Abrams appears, its jet-like turbine engine roaring across the muddy battlefield. The Abrams, with composite and uranium armor, shrugs off attacks that would destroy World War I tanks. Its 120-meter smoothbore cannon fires hypersonic uranium rounds, slicing through any target with devastating precision. A coaxial 7.6 22 machine gun and roof-mounted 50 caliber M2 Browning make it a mobile fortress. Mark 5 tanks crawl at walking pace, vulnerable to German shells, while Abrams hits 40 miles per hour. German soldiers, used to slow tanks, stare in disbelief as the Abrams charges through no man's land. 6:20 a.m. German machine gunners open fire. Bullets ricochet harmlessly off the Abrams' impenetrable armor. The Abrams fires a high-explosive shell, vaporizing a machine gun nest, wood and stone erupting skyward. German troops drop rifles, eyes wide with shock, as the ground shakes from the blast's force. The tank targets a sandbag stronghold, its 120mm shell obliterating it, sending soldiers flying from shock waves. Officers scream orders, but chaos reigns. German defenses crumble under the Abrams' relentless advance. 6:45 a.m. German 70mm FK-96NA field guns swing toward the Abrams, firing desperate salvos. Shells slam into the Abrams armor, but it shrugs them off like pebbles, unscathed and unstoppable. The Abrams retaliates, a single armor-piercing round turning a German cannon into a fiery wreck. British infantry follow the Abrams, shielded from machine gun fire that once decimated their ranks. The Abrams coaxial machine gun sprays thousands of rounds, collapsing trenches, scattering German defenders. Horses bolt in panic, carts overturn, as German officers struggle to restore order amid chaos. 7:30 a.m. The Abrams rolls deeper, grinding barbed wire and trench walls into the muddy ground. German soldiers trapped in dugouts are buried alive as the tank's treads crush their defenses. The Abrams' speed and power cut through lines that took British forces hours to breach historically. 8:94 a.m. German stormtroopers charge with grenades and flamethrowers, aiming to stop the beast. Grenade shrapnel bounces off Abrams' armor. Flamethrower flames lick steel but cause no damage. The Abrams machine gun sweeps the field. Stormtrooper squads vanishing in bursts of relentless fire. German commanders, desperate, call for heavy artillery. Massive howitzers fire from miles away. Shells the size of bathtubs explode near the Abrams, tossing mud and metal into the air. The Abrams grinds forward through smoke, its suspension absorbing impacts, armor holding firm. 9:00 kan beyond tunenfokusen hay antidurfond K-field joint racket T-dates would he underpins famim. German trenches, once impregnable, lie in ruins. The breakthrough surpasses historical records. The Abrams 50 caliber gun mows down fleeing German troops, scattering entire companies in panic. British soldiers cheer, advancing behind the Abrams, awestruck by its dominance over the battlefield. But the Abrams has a weakness. Its gas turbine engine burns 60 gallons of fuel per hour. In 1917, no supply trucks carry jet fuel. The Abrams reserves dwindle with every move. British fuel, refined from coal, is impure, clogging the Abrams' delicate turbine in minutes. Every shell fired, every yard crossed, drains the tank's limited fuel and ammunition reserves. Officers notice the Abrams' smoke thinning, its engines roar, softening as fuel runs low. 11:30 a.m. The Abrams clears one last bunker, but its fuel gauge nears empty. The engine sputters, treads slow, and the Abrams halts, a steel fortress in France's mud. British troops swarm around, marveling at technology decades ahead of their time. Mechanics pry at the Abrams' armor, finding materials they can't comprehend or replicate. Without jet fuel, the Abrams can't move. Without modern shells, it's a hollow fortress. For a few hours, the Abrams was unstoppable, saving thousands of British lives at Cambrai. German troops, terrified, retreated in disarray, their defenses shattered by a single tank. Yet, World War I rages on, its scale too vast for one tank to change. The Abrams won a battle, not a war, its impact fading as its engine died. Cambrai's fields lie littered with burning bunkers, wrecked cannons, and scattered German defenses. British soldiers, inspired by the Abrams, push forward, but the war's grind continues. The Abrams technology, though revolutionary, can't be replicated in 1917's primitive supply chains. German commanders regroup, their fear of the Abrams tempered by its sudden stillness. The tank's 120mm shells, now depleted, can't be reproduced by British or German factories. The Abrams stands as a monument, a glimpse of a future no one can yet fathom. Its brief rampage reshaped Cambrai, but the war's momentum remains unbroken. World War I's trenches, barbed wire, and artillery continue to claim countless lives. The Abrams story becomes a legend, whispered among soldiers on both sides. Could one tank ever shift a war's tide? The answer lies in its silence. History resumes its course, the Abrams a fleeting anomaly in a brutal era. Cambrai's breakthrough, though faster, doesn't end the war's relentless slaughter. The Abrams' power awed all, but wars are won by logistics, not lone machines. Lenthe, British generals study the tank, dreaming of a future where such power is theirs. German survivors recount the terror, their reports dismissed as exaggerated tales. The Abrams, now still, marks a moment when the future clashed with the past. What if modern technology fought old wars? The Abrams showed us one answer. 22.